Okay, when you're ready.
All right, good evening, everyone. For the planning committee, I don't have to do the recording, filming and broadcasting, so do you have any apologies, please, Heather?
We do, yes, we have two, which is from Councillor Kirsten Wren, who is currently unwell, and Councillor Jane Ray, who is away on holiday.
You're all happy with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Right, declarations of interest.
No.
Minutes of the meeting of the last planning committee on the 28th of January. Are you all happy with those? Yep. Okay.
18 today.
Chairman's report or urgent items?
No, we have neither of those, Chair.
And any letters of objection?
No, none have been received directly to the Town Council.
So we have applications registered the week ending the 24th of the 1st, 31st of the 1st and the 7th of February. Starts on page. And we start with 5/24/2294, which is 13 Marcus Lane.
Okay, I'll just go on the screen for the purpose of the recording, the bits. Okay, so the proposal is looking to extend rearwards beyond the existing dining room projection and to the side to expand the ground floor living accommodation. At first floor is proposed to extend partially over the proposed ground floor extension to increase the size of an existing bedroom. There are no changes to the roof accommodation. The 45-degree visibility zone for number 14 Marcus Lane does not appear to be impeded by the first floor extension. Property is the left-hand side of a pair of semi-detached cottages overlooking Marcus Lane Play Area and backs onto the Lee Valley disused railway line path. There is no increase in bedrooms, not conservation area, and there are no tree works. There are no objections online, and I've suggested consider no objections subject to no loss of amenity to number 14 Marcus Lane, policy ESD2 of the development plan, and policy 72 of the district plan affairs.
Is that a Juliet balcony?
Yeah, I think so.
It is, yeah, yes, it's just
But it's already there.
from falling out. Yes,
This
it
sounds
is
quite
already there.
sensible already.
Which does sound, yeah, it does sound sensible. So yeah, it is already there.
It's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already there. It's literally building out on top of the,
Yeah, they proposed ground floor extension.
Fine too.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're all happy with that?
Yeah.
So 5/2024/2182 2290 2295 don't meet the criteria, neither of those 2150 2158 0037. So we'll move to 5/2024/2028 42A West Common. Okay.
This site is subject to a number of applications for development, a number of which were refused or withdrawn. The last application was to make amendments to the positioning of the new property on the plot following approval being given in early 2023 to the demolition and replacement of the new dwelling. This proposal follows most of the details of the approved proposals in terms of its size, bulk and height. Changes in the new application are to the architectural style of the new dwelling, positioning on the plot, positioning of openings, the roof form and the internal layout. Fundamentally, the application does not differ from the approved scheme in terms of potential detrimental impact on neighbouring properties and the street scene, which is located adjacent to Harkenden Common land, which falls in the conservation area. The design is moving away from the timber style in the approved applications to more conventional materials and design. Trees are to be removed, but a number are to remain and others proposed as replacements. There's no parking, so there's parking provision for a minimum of 3 cars. There are comments online actually from highways, or actually no, from ecology in relation to the extra hard standing, and there should be a condition placed on any permission for soft landscaping designs to be agreed. Also the requirement for ecology surveys and for E&G details as well need to be provided as part of the approval should it be approved.
Looks a bit smaller than the previous one that was.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of I don't think it differs hugely. It's
No.
just its orientation is different.
I mean, any objections?
No.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
So now we move to 5/2024/22/14, which is land south of Bar Heath Lane.
Okay, the site in question was part of Green Acres Equestrian and was included within the site plan for planning permission that was granted for expansion of the equestrian facility in 2006, but has subsequently been sold under separate title. The site is also included in the site allocations for the St Albans District Local Plan as part of the large-scale development site for North East Harpenden, which Crest Nicholson have an interest in. Though this portion of land is not included within the Crest Nicholson master plan drawing. Proposal is for the material change of use of land from equestrian to use as a residential caravan site for gypsies and travellers, comprising the siting of 1 static caravan, 1 touring caravan and erection of 1 utility building. It's believed that there is currently a damaged touring caravan on the site along with other debris and detritus. Hence the application description including the wording retrospective, although the caravan does not appear to be inhabited. The application papers detail it is for 1 pitch to accommodate 1 family. The draft local plan 2041 regulation 19 publication details under policy HOU6 how SADC seeks to establish a positive framework for how provision for gypsies, travellers and travelling show people will be made in the district. This policy considers proposals for new accommodation with regard to the potential of suitability, including that proposals make efficient use of the land. Pitch sizes should not exceed 500 square meters and can be considerably less. This application site is in excess of 1,127 square meters. Therefore, this proposal underutilises the site as per this policy. The site is part of the Metropolitan Green Belt. Policy 18 of the Safe Policies of the Local Plan 1994 details that new applications for permanent mobile home sites should not normally be permitted, and siting and appearance of the caravan and mobile home must not harm the ecology, natural beauty or amenity of the countryside. On the basis of this, our recommended refusal proposal is inappropriate development in the Metropolitan Green Belt with no clear evidence that it meets the requirements for the granting of special circumstances to warrant the development of Green Belt in this way, as referenced in paragraphs 147 and 148 of the MPPF. In addition, the proposal does not utilise the full capabilities of the site as required under policy HOU6 for the draft local plan 2041 regulation 19 documents. There are many objections actually online, which I've noted today. Most of them really touch on the inappropriate use of the green belt with no special circumstances. The fact that the new local plan does make provision for gypsy and traveller sites elsewhere. The caravan is a new addition, so it's not a long established caravan site, and that actually on the basis that there is just 1 caravan proposed, other traveller sites within the local area could accommodate this.
Just Green Acres have let them go on there, because that is right in the middle of the Green Acres area.
Yeah, they've sold the piece of land.
Oh, they've sold?
They've sold it, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Hasn't been there very long, I think.
No, so I think on the basis of the comments online, this caravan and sort of kind of debris is a relatively new addition
Yeah,
to the site.
so I left there about. It was a field. It was a field of horses.
It's so actually the site that this is kind of the site in question formed part of the planning application from 2006, and it was kind of trees and greenery probably designed to actually mitigate the loss of the ecology at the time.
So, sorry, Heather, can you just clarify? So they've sold the land, and have they sold it to the applicant?
I assume so. I don't know. So, yeah, so it's no longer owned. That section of land is no longer owned by Green Acres Equestrian.
Very odd bit of land.
It's really odd, because the other thing that I find very odd, I haven't been up there for 5 years, but this gate here is a main bit of security. So you come in, you drive down, and then they've got stables and a schooling arena here. So I assume they've now moved it, so their gate is further down. And then,
Yeah, I don't know. It's not.
but the
not clear
shape
on
of
here.
the land is. Was it like, oh yeah, I mean, it was because it was quite, the way they had it, it was all quite enclosed, because they've got.
Yeah, so on Google Street View, when I looked, it is as you know, as you quite rightly mentioned, it's the gates, it's the access gates for the top end
Yeah.
of the equestrian centre, when you
Yes.
drive down and you go to the outdoor school and the stabling area
exactly.
and stuff. So yeah, it's
And you could, and the people who used the stables at the top used it to come and, load up and unload their horses kind of thing. Sort of thought, and then they had this bit of land here, they used to put the stallions in, just behind it. I don't know, it seems a very strange bit of land to sell off.
yeah, I mean, there's a very clear objection on the district council website from a representative of Green Acres stating that it's nothing to do with them, and that because the naming, the description of it has changed. Originally, it was down as land at Green Acres Equestrian,
Yeah,
and they asked for it to be renamed, hence why it has now been given
yeah.
the title of land south of Bowerheath Lane.
Oh,
It was when I first of all looked at it, the title of it, the description was very different. Change it. Yeah, so the description of it was at land at Green Acres Equestrian, Bowerheath Lane.
I mean, and also why the land isn't flush to the perimeter.
Yeah, I suppose because the road, it's because they've got that road going down.
I wonder whether or not
Well,
that piece
either
of
side.
land that's along next to the road might actually be sort of kind of actually highways, or I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I see why the boundary's not flush with the highway.
Yeah,
Mm.
I may be wrong, I'm guessing.
Mm.
Well, it contravenes so many policies, doesn't it? So I'm happy with your recommendation.
Yeah.
Suitable location.
So are we happy to go with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So the final two. 5/20/25, 0100 and 5/6/24, 7/6 technique criteria. So we move to two appeals, I think. Well, one appeal that is starting.
Yep, so one's a notice of appeal, which actually the town council didn't comment on.
Yeah, didn't we think that was okay, this one?
But yeah, no, so we do the appeals first.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so the town council didn't comment on that 7 Gibbs Close application. And they didn't also comment actually on the 208 Station Road application either. that's been allowed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then moving on, I just thought I'd give an update on some of the decisions that have come back from the district council, just really to update you. So the first of them, which isn't actually included on this, is that they Christchurch Harpenden have got planning permission to do the change of use of the public halls to be a church.
All right.
It's been granted now. Good. And then the images that I've just added on as additional is a couple of meetings ago, we looked at this one at Talent Crescent, where they were wanting to add a house to the side. That has been refused.
However,
Yeah,
on the ground.
has. So
Did we say it was okay?
we expressed concern actually over the parking because they've made no provision whatsoever for parking on the
Oh,
front, despite
it was-
it sort of having a hard standing. The application was very clear.
Curb.
Well, the application was very clear that they weren't providing any. So despite it kind of looking that potentially they could, it was very clear that
'Cause
they weren't planning to
They're on the corner.
on the corner. So it's refused by visions on the basis that it was quite a cramped appearance and out of character with that particular location. They were also concerned about insufficient amenity space for the occupants, like back garden space, and also the lack of parking. Well, so that's refused. Whether or not that will come back, we shall wait and see. And then the other one was 49 Top Street Way, that has also been refused. Yeah, so that we were concerned actually, or we weren't concerned about the actual proposal generally, but we did request that they satisfied the highways requirements for parking size and positioning. So it has been refused by district on the basis of overlooking to properties the rear in, I think it's Fairview.
Okay.
Fairmead, yeah. And also the inability of them to be able to satisfy highways concerns.
We had somebody come to talk to us about
Yeah.
it.
Did, yeah, so we've had a representative from the Allotment Society, came.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Nice.
to speak, yeah. Yeah, so that's the update on that one, and I think that's it. Yes.
Nice to know, actually.
Yeah, just, you know, some of the larger ones, the more interesting ones, I like to just try and update you on.
So, last week, or was it Monday that, district council approved the, is that an outline?
Yeah, it is, yeah, basically. So I think that, yeah, it is essentially outline plan permission. There's obviously a number of conditions that the district council have placed on it. Most of them are sort of section 106 requirements for them to get all those sorts of things in place. I think they have 6 months to achieve that, from what I understand. But I think over the course of the coming months, we'll start to get what they call reserved matters applications, where we get a little bit more detail as to actually fundamentally what the development is going to look like, rather than just kind of a bit of a general overview of this is going to go there, this is going to go there. We'll get a few more details and it will, yeah, start to, I suppose, in a sense, take shape.
But they don't have to do anything particularly about the Nicky line or the sewers or anything.
So the sewers actually, so there is a requirement in the conditions that they do need to have close dialogue with Thames Water to ensure that the network has got sufficient capacity to deal with which it
It's already under stress.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so potentially there's going to be needs to be additional work or discussions.
But what was the significance of the phrase officer's judgment? Didn't really understand that when they said that, but it came down to officer's judgment.
So, yeah, so what's that? So that terminology was used.
Yeah.
What last night? Was
Yes.
it? Okay, so what that basically means is that the officer has reviewed the application in great detail and has put forward their comments and views and thoughts about it, and on the basis of what the officer has said, that is ultimately what the committee have gone with. So they've gone with the officer's judgment.
Okay, so similar to.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yes.
Right. So just noting, Preservation Order Tree Works. List of subordinate district council decisions. Conservation Area Tree Works, different applications. Date of the next meeting is the 11th of March.
Is, okay, so meeting closed at 7:51.
There we go.
Super, thank you.
Thank you.
How is your mum, Vicky?
Oh, she's great, actually. She's really good. I was down there and it was just